All right, we got us the balance post. Let's see what Xiong cooked up, man. Let's see, bro. Let's see how this season 8.5 is gonna look, man. I'm not. Let's get. You know what I said? Let's get our hopes up. Let's get our hopes up. If he lets us down, it is what it is. But I see a lot. That's a lot of. I see a lot of changes, which is what I do like to see. But let's if we get let down, we're not surprised. But it is what it is. Let's keep our hopes high, man. Let's go into it with some optimism. Let's smile. The time stream is in flux once again, and the battlefield is getting a cosmic recalibration. The prehistoric fury of Devil Dino has been tempered, and we're raiding in the long range poke from Star Lord and Phoenix. Okay, we've got good. We'll see. We're gonna have to get to it because the thing is, Star Lord did not need that buff. Please don't tell me you gutted the character because you decided to buff him for no fucking reason. We'll see. Meanwhile, brawlers like Rogue and Blade are getting the green light to get up close and personal from the depths of Atlantis to the far reaches of the cosmos. Here's everything you need to know about the latest balance shifts. Vanguard, Angela. Asgard's assassin is now swifter and sturdier than ever. Angela's survivability and mobility get a slight boost. Cooldown from 6 to 4. Yeah, I think that was pretty needed. And shielded stance increases the shield value from 300 to 350. I don't know why they ever nerfed it to begin with. Upon canceling the shield, increase the recovery rate from 50 a second to 60 a second. Reduce the intervals between shield uses from 1.5 to 1. Yeah, I think those are fair. Those are fair. I don't think her shield needed to get nerfed to begin with. She's a very delicate hero. She's a very delicate hero where very small changes can make her good or bad. And I think the changes they made were way too over for what she was. She was not busted. She was strong, but she was not busted to the reason why they had to make it a 6 second cooldown and then lose the shield. I think these changes are good. It's basically just almost putting her back to what it was because the charge cooldown was 3 seconds. Now it's 4 seconds, which is like what it reasonably should have been rather than 6 seconds. But I think it's not gonna feel good until they fix the no regs. I'm gonna be honest. If they fix the no regs, she'll be fun as a character. And honestly, I hope they're not balancing around the no regs because that's what they did with BP, and then they turn them into Thanos. But the no regs also feel fucking terrible to play. So it's like I had fun on Angela when I play her, but the no regs make it so miserable that it's like I just can't play her. Devil Dino looks like Moon Girl needs to be put her big buddy on a slight diet. We're reducing Devil Dino's damage, survivability, and CC to balance the experience for other Vanguards facing him. For all the people that say DPS, and why are DPS complaining about Devil Dino? The people that were complaining about Devil Dino were other tanks because he's a tank busting tank player. That is why he is a permaban because he makes tanking not fun. He is literally Emma all over again. You know, the biggest victim to Emma when she came out, it was not through DPS. It was not, oh, she was a dive counter. Yeah, she died. She countered dive. You know who she countered the most? Other tanks. She bullied Strange. She bullied Mag. She bullied Groot. She bullied Thing. She bullied Thor. You go back to Devil Dino. She bullies Mag. He bullies Mag. He bullies Strange. He bullies Thing. He bullies Emma. He bullies, bro. It's the same shit. He's a tank. He's an anti-tank tank, and it fucking sucks because we already don't have a lot of tanks. So it makes it so if you're not playing Dino, you're not having fun. If you have you ever tried playing first off, everybody has to balance around him. And then like if you are the non-Dino tank, you're a side character. You're an NPC. Dino is the main character, you're a side character. So reduce the knockdown effect from impact beam. That's a huge. I didn't think he needed that shit. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think he needed that shit. Increased buddy barrier. That's a huge change, by the way. Angela will be playable again. You prepare to see a lot more Angelas in your games. Increase buddy barrier knockdown from 10 to 12. Reduce the percentage damage from 3 to 1.5. W changes. Okay, Xiong, we on a good start, Xiong. Xiong, we on a good start, boy. We on a good start, boy. I got faith in you this time. I got faith in you. Mag. The mutant revolution will not be stopped. We're increasing the functionality and threat level of Mag's ult. Max duration from 4 to 5. Holy shit. Increasing damage from fully charged from 300 to 350. Okay, that's fun. I don't think that's crazy. I think that's a good. That's fair. That's fair. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Sugar, she's tougher than ever. Anna gets a slight increase in her mobility and survivability, decrease the cooldown of fatal attraction from 14 to 12, reduce the energy consumption when using defensive stance from 60 to 50, and increase absorbed damage energy conversion ratio from 35 to 55. Yeah, those are good changes. I think the problem with Rogue was that, and even though they buffed it, like a patch or two patches ago. You when you block, you don't ever block long enough to build enough charge, right? So you'll block, the block lasts like a second and a half, and you would never block enough damage to actually like get conversion from it. But now they're boosting the conversion, so they're making it more of a, if you block the damage, you get to throw it back, which I think is fair. Black Cat, that's a lot. That is a lot. Hey, Young, please. Young, please. Young, please. Felicia's luck might have finally run out. We're increasing the fortune cost to purchase relics, decreasing her fortune acquisition efficiency. Young, hey, I'm fucking with you today, Young. I'm fucking with you today, nigga. And lowering her survivability and her damage. Hey, shout out the boy. Hey, let's see what it is though. It could be negligible. I can't give him too much credit. Yet. Reduce Cat's Cradle damage from 50 to 40. Reduce one charge, changing it to a cooldown, and reducing the cooldown from 10 to 8. Young, I'm fucking with you, nigga. I'm fucking with you. Reduce Phantom Pursuit damage from 75 to 50. Increase the fortune cost for those three from 200 to 3 for the Chernobyl Crystal, Ring of Zona, and Mental Fish. I think that's the what's that? The Invis, the grounding shit. And whatever, I can't think of it. I'll look at it later. Increase the fortune cost of the Falling Flame Orb from 100 to 300. That's the wall hacks, and it can no longer reveal enemies behind objects. Young, I'm fucking with you, gang. Hey, Young. Hey, we locked in this time, baby. Play. Reduce calling card ultimate ability dash starting from 60 to 40 meters. Participating in annual eliminations no longer refreshes the remaining duration. Instead, it only adds 3 seconds up to a max of 10 seconds. Ji-Young, I'm fucking with you, boy. Increase the ultimate second hit base damage from 30 to 70, but remove the percentage damage. Ji-Young, I'm fucking with you, nigga. We locked in, boy. We locked in this time, boy. Fucking with you, nigga. So for 250 health enemies, total damage of 2 attacks is from 110 to 100. For 600 health enemies, the total damage is from 180 to 100. Thank you. She should never have been a fucking tank buster. Thank you, Ji-Young. Additionally, reduce the fortune gain from this attack from 300 to 200. Hey, we locked in this patch, Young. Blade, the Dairy Walker is ready to carve up the competition. We slightly increased Blade's close range combat capabilities. Increase the unstoppable duration provided after each use of Scarlet Shroud from 0.4 to 1. While in sword stance, increase the initial hit damage of Daywalker Dash to 20 to 30. Increase the damage per spin from 8 to 10. So total damage from 52 to 70. I will have to wait and see. I will have to wait until the Blade mains come out of retirement, and we'll see if the changes are substantial enough. I actually don't think he's that bad. I don't think he was like unplayable. This might be it. Maybe. This may be it. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe this is the one. This is the patch that gets there. I don't know. This still feels like but is Scarlet Shroud? I think Scarlet Shroud is the block. So you get the longer iframes on the block. Yeah. So you get the longer unstop period on the block. Okay. Okay. That's a big change. That makes it easier to do it. Daredevil, the man without fear will need to rely on a bit more other senses now. We're reducing Daredevil's ability to scout team positions while roaming the outskirts and lowering his engagement distance and post-engagement survivability. Reduce the maximum detection range from 50 to 40. That's fair. Reduce Sonic Pursuit's dash targeting from 20 to 12. That's pretty big. Reduce objections damage duration from 1.5 to 1.2. All right, man. If after these nerfs, if you're still complaining about Daredevil, you're just bad. He's already. Let me tell you something about Daredevil. Daredevil is really strong because we're in a dive meta. But for those of you who actually played the game, if you played during season 5, when we were in a Hawkeye Hella meta, Daredevil was not that strong. Why was he not that strong? Because if it's a poke meta, he is not that strong. Daredevil is really strong because he is the best of the character. Well, I don't even know if he's better than Black Cat right now, but or pre nerfs. I don't know if he's better than Black Cat, but Daredevil was really strong because we're in a dive meta and he is the best of the dive characters. But when we had a poke meta, for those that actually played in season 5, Daredevil wasn't that crazy. It was Hawkeye hella running around every game, and Daredevil was the only counter that we had to that. That was the only viable dive counter that was able to play in against hella Hawkeye and Phoenix back during season 5. But those are some the dash basically cut in half is a pretty big change. Elsa, the Bloodstone legacy grows stronger. Elsa's getting an increase to her instinct accumulation speed for a slight bump to her baseline performance. My nose, my allergies are fucking me up. My nose is itching so bad. Reduce the damage required to upgrade the passive skill Inherited Instinct from 1667 to 1111. The damage to rating conversion multipliers increase from 0.0006 to 0.0009. So you build a meter faster. I'm not mad at that because they nerfed it. I'm not mad at that. Human Torch. Flame on Johnny. We're slightly increasing Human Torch's mobility. Reduce the flaming meteor cooldown from 20 to 15. Yeah, that's fair. Reduce plasma body single charge energized time from 10 to 8. Yeah, those are fair. Torch is like absurdly weak. But don't get me wrong. Don't make the character good. Yeah, that shit was not fun. I don't know how many new players Rivals has, but for those that were not there when Torch was meta, this shit was not fun. Don't make that character fun. Moon Knight. Khonshu demands a bit more precision from his avatar. Mark is getting a reduction to his damage capabilities. Reduce Crescent Dart single shot damage from 25 to 23. Reduce Moonblade damage from 80 to 70. When darts and blades bounce between enemies or onks, adjust the damage attenuation per bounce from 80 to 70%. Moon Knight will now deal less damage when bouncing targets. Fair. Fuck that character. Namor, the King of Atlantis, commands Tidus with greater frequency. Monster spawns are getting a slight coverage increase. Increase the aquatic dominion cooldown reduction granted when Trident of Neptune hits enemies from 1 to 1. We're buffing Namor? Xiong, you are doing so well. You were doing so well. Why are we buffing Namor? We were doing so well, Xiong. We were locked in, bro. All of these changes were fire, bro. We were locked, bro. Now I'm not gonna let this one slip up unlock us because I'm fucking with it so far. But what? What could have made you think that this was what? We were locked in, bro. All right, I'll forgive you for that one, bro. Phoenix, the cosmic flames are burning a little less brightly from afar. We're reducing Jean's flanking, sustain, and mid to long range damage capabilities. Reduce the healing over time provided after detonating sparks from 10 to 5. Cosmic flames damage fall off. Adjust the maximum damage fall off at 30 from 75 to 60. The distance to KO a 250 health enemy with 2 crits is shortened from 18 to 16 meters. And maximum fall off single hit damage is reduced from 45 to 39. The number of hits required to KO a 250 health enemy is increased from 5 to 6. Okay, they made her a little bit more close range. I'm fine with that. She is no longer Hela 2.0. She's a little bit more close range. I'm fine with that. I don't think they should have nerfed the healing over time if they're going to make her play closer because it's only 10 a second, but I'm not mad at it. Fuck that character. Or she's been strong. Not fuck Phoenix. I don't have a problem with Phoenix intrinsically. I think she's been strong for too long. Star-Lord, time to get a little closer for those legendary plays. Peter's baseline mid to long range damage capabilities are getting toned down. Adjust the maximum damage fall off at 25 meters from 65 to 50. This does not affect his ult. 65 to 50 is pretty big. That's pretty big. So they're really making it so you gotta play close. nerfing his poke a lot. Okay, so far I'm locked. Me and she, we locked in so far. Strategist Adam Warlock. The Golden Gladiator's cosmic karma flows more smoothly. We're slightly increasing Adam's damage to healing conversion efficiency. Increase the Avatar live stream charge time reduction when Cosmic Cluster hits enemies from 0.48 to 0.6. That's nothing. That's genuinely nothing. Cloak and Dagger, the Divine Duo brings even more light to the shadows. Cloak and Dagger are seeing an increase in baseline healing capabilities. When Light Force Dagger directly hits allies, reduce the single target healing from 16 to 12 and increase the spell field healing from 16 to 20. So the AoE healing is increased, but the single target is the same. So now, because think about Cloak and Dagger, she's supposed to be more of a brawly, or they're supposed to be more of a brawly type support. But her healing is just so weak into it, relatively speaking. Her primary healing, I should say, her primary healing was so weak into for what she wanted to be. But so I like this change. I like that the single target is less and the AoE is more because the Cloak and Dagger is supposed to be more of a brawl sustain. Increase the healing boost ratio provided by Veil of Light Force from 15 to 20%. Whatever. I don't think she needed both of those changes, but it's fine. I think she needed some help. Strat pool, the Merc with the Mouth is handing out even more band-aids. Way to sing a slight increase in its baseline healing capabilities. In gun form, increased bouncing bobbleheads continuously healing power provided by the spell field from 40 to 50 a second and from 50 to 55 a second upgrade. Bouncing bobblehead, what is that? Is that the ult? Because it says in gun form. That's the only reason I'm. No, that's the right click / L2. Okay, I'm not mad at that. That's a. I don't think that's what it is. What did it say? It went from 40 to 50 or 50 to 60. 40 to 50 and then 50 to 55. Oh, I don't know. I think that's just gonna make strat pools, because all the time you'll see a strat pool have like 10 trillion healing. But the thing about strat pool is that the healing is not impactful. You will see a strat pool have a lot of healing numbers at the end of the game. But guess what? The hero, is this updated? It's updated. Let's see what who has the lowest win rate among strategists. Oh, look at that. It's strat pool. Not a surprise. You go to console. Damn, bro. Look at. Hold on, we'll get to this in a second. Oh, look at that. It's strat pool. You go to high elo. Oh, it's strat pool. You go to low elo. Oh, it's Jeff. And then strat pool somehow. But that's because Jeff is the mascot. But yeah. That's his heals are not impactful. He will just have a lot of healing numbers. That is the thing about Deadpool, is that his heals will never save your life. He'll just have high numbers, right? Like Loki Lamp is impactful heals. Luna Clap is impactful heals. Luna Clap can save your life from 2 HP. Loki can save your life from 2 HP. Gambit cards can save your life from 2 HP. Heal Pool cannot save your life from 2 HP. He's not doing it. So I hate the fact that this is literally just gonna make the numbers higher again. It's still gonna feel not impactful. Gambit. All right. You might have read it already, but if you haven't read it, bear with me. Let's open up a prayer circle as we sit here, and let's just we're gonna calm ourselves down. We're not gonna react. We're not gonna react negatively if it is another change to anything but his ult. Let's calm down. I only see one line of text, which also already making me worried. But let's center ourselves. We're gonna center ourselves, and we're gonna sit here, and we're gonna just The Raging Cajun's biggest hand is losing a bit of its sting. We've reduced the offensive capabilities of Gambit's ultimate. Reduced the bonus damage multiplier provided by his ult from 25 to 20. Reduced the movement speed bonus from 40 to 30. I said I wouldn't get mad. I said I wouldn't get mad. That's why we I said I wouldn't get mad. I said I wouldn't get mad. I said we would not. I said we would not get mad. I said we would not get mad. We would not get mad. I said we wouldn't get mad. 5% less damage. 10% less movement speed. I said we wouldn't get mad. I said we would not get mad. Oh, okay, he's still a permaban. Sorry, Ji-Young, you didn't go hard enough, nigga. He's still a permaban. You fucking, you troll. We were so locked in. Bro. Well, sorry, Ji-Young. Looks like you go another season with a 40% ban rate on Gambit. Sorry, nigga. You didn't go hard enough. Oh, you do 5% less bonus damage and 10% movement speed. Oh, surely that'll do it. Oh, he doesn't. He still has the burst heal on cast. He still has the cleanse on cast. It still goes through walls. You still have a 30% movement speed buff. You still have a 20% damage buff. You still get the ult charge increase. It's still Space Jam. He still gets to do everything. He still gets everything. Oh, you still get the jump boost. Oh, it still goes through walls. Oh, it still heals you 100 on cast. Oh, you still get 30% movement speed. Oh, you'll still get 20% damage. Oh, you'll still get 55 health a second. Oh, you'll still get 20%. Oh, just like, god damn, nigga. Oh, so we wouldn't get mad. We would not get mad. We would not get mad. We would not get mad. We're not mad. We're not mad. We're not mad. We're calm. We're calm. We're calm. We're calm. We're calm. We're calm. We are calm. On to the next one. On to the next one. Ultron. Age of Ultron is facing some minor technical difficulties. Ultron's drone coverage range is taking a hit to lower the buff capabilities provided to allies, and we're reducing his ultimate ability charge speed. Reduce imperative patch maximum drone attach distance from 35 to 30. Firewall cooldown from 10 to 12 seconds. And increase the cost of his ult from 4,000 to 4,300. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. They just... Oh, back to the trashy goal, Ultron. Back to the scrapyard, nigga. Get the fuck out of my games. White Fox, Amihan's mystical charms are a little more contained. White Fox baseline crowd control capabilities are slightly reduced. Reduce the charm and invincibility spell field radius of Spectral Surge from 0.8 to 0.6. Reduce the charm and invincibility 0.8 meters. I guess that's the width? Yeah, that's nothing. Whatever. Okay. We were locked in for a lot of these are good. A lot of these changes are good. I love that what he did with Black Cat. I like what he did with Rogue. I love what he did with Double Dino. I love what he did with a lot of these characters. He trolled. Well, Gambit's still a permaban, nigga. Sorry, Ji-Young. You didn't go hard enough. You didn't fucking go hard enough. Buff his... All you have to... Bro. Nothing. Never mind, Ji-Young. You got it, big dog. I guess when you see the stats after this season and you see that he's still a permaban, I guess maybe then maybe you'll figure it out. I don't know. 3 seasons later and it's still snapping the fucking Infinity Gauntlet. But whatever. A lot of the changes were really good. Let's go to the hero hot list. hero hot list. Let's look at the stronger. Let's look at some of the stuff. So we'll start on PC. We'll start in like mid elo, or no, let's start high elo. Start high elo in the Celestial and above. No surprise, Star Lord became the highest pick character in the game. Star Lord, Phoenix, Punisher, shocker. With fucking Dino running around, you have to base your entire comp around him. So this is not a surprise. Star Lord, Phoenix, Punisher. Spider Man being that high is a little surprising to me. Lowest one, Storm, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye. Damn, bro. It's tragic. That's tragic. Storm has a lower pick rate than fucking Scarlet Witch, than fucking Black Widow, than Squirrel Girl. Bro, that is tragic. That is tragic. Win rates, Daredevil highest, Black Cat, Magic, Star-Lord. Star-Lord being the highest win rate and pick rate. I'm sorry, being a top 4 win rate and the highest pick rate is absurd. Psylocke, Phoenix, Elsa, Storm. Storm being this high, well, it's just, that's crazy. See, this is why you got to be delicate with the torch thing, bro. You got to be delicate with the torch thing because he still has a pretty solid win rate. And win rates aren't everything, but I'm telling you, the Torchmans are just waiting. They're waiting. They're lying in wait like fucking hyenas. They're lying in wait. They're waiting. They're waiting. They want y'all to keep pushing the agenda that Torch is trash. Right? They want y'all to keep pushing that agenda that he's unplayable because they're just waiting. They're waiting for Xiong to slip up and give him a buff that's a little too strong. Because the second they buff him to the point where the second they slip up, guess who's gonna be back on top, man? They're just waiting. They're just waiting. They're waiting it out like some fucking hyenas. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. They're waiting on it. They're waiting on it. They are waiting for Xiong to fucking slip up. They're waiting for him to slip up. Hella big not low, 46% is a little bit surprising, but I'm not surprised because Phoenix just does everything better than she does. Namor is low. I still don't think he needed a buff. Hawkeye being worse than Black Widow is crazy. That's crazy. Hey, listen, fuck this character, but worse than Black Widow is actually crazy. Let's look at mid elo. So Diamond. Daredevil, Magic, Black Cat, Storm, 4th, Star Lord. These are win rates. Black Widow. Somehow Hawkeye jumps from a 38% to a 47% win rate in mid elo. Widow is still the worst. But obviously a lot of those are throwers. Pick rate, Bucky is the highest. Bucky, Punisher, Namor. So Phoenix falls a lot in Diamond. You go to low elo, lower elo. Let me be nice. Lower elo. Magic, Storm, Black Cat, Daredevil, BP. BP is still terrorizing gold. That's crazy. Pick rate, Punisher, Moon Knight, Squirrel Girl is 3rd. Really. Namor, Phoenix. Let's look at strategist in high elo. Luna Snow by far the most picked, not even close, honestly. Luna, Invis, Rocket, White Fox. Gambit's down here. That is a ban rate thing. That is not a pick rate thing. That is a ban rate thing. Win rates. Damn, wait. Actually, what was Adams? Damn, 1.65. Win rates. Highest win rates. Rocket, Mantis, Loki, Gambit. No surprise there. Luna being that high of a pick rate and having a 50 win rate is, I mean, part of it is because you see her in most of your games, but at the same time, she's just really fucking strong, and now you have that flank Luna bullshit. Cloak and Dagger being lower than Stratpool is pretty fucking crazy. That character is not very good. Being lower than Stratpool is that's bad. Let's look at Diamond. Should I do diamond or should I do plat? Let's do plat. I feel like there's a lot more people in plat than diamond. I feel like plat is like the quintus, like the rank that like that's just like the rank. Here Cloak and Dagger still on top somehow. Invis and then Luna, then White Fox. Um, win rates, you got Rocket, Ultron, Mantis. White Fox jumps up to fourth. And then the bottom, you got Strap Pool, Jeff, Cloak and Dagger. Let's look at like silver. We'll go to silver since we looked at plat. In silver, you got Cloak and Dagger, White Fox, Invis. And then win rates, and then the lowest ones, Ultron, Loki, Adam. That's not a surprise. Win rates, you got Ultron, Rocket, Mantis. I'm not surprised Ultron has this high of a win rate in silver. Jeff actually has the lowest. Gambit is actually somehow second. Well, not somehow. I'll explain why. So why Gambit is second lowest win rate in silver, and that's because they don't know when to use his ult. His base kit is actually like not that strong anymore. The only thing crazy about him is that his ult is just still the best ult in the game. So if you're not having coordinated ults and not having good Gambit ults, then you're not gonna get good value from him. So that's why silver is probably that, or that's not probably, that is why he has the second lowest win rate in silver. Last but not least for PC, let's look at the tanks. Celestial and up. We got pick rate Emma, Mag, Strange. Not surprised. This is a ban rate thing, not a pick rate thing. Dino would be much higher with no bans. Lowest are Angela, Rogue, Penny. Also not a surprise. Win rate. So we got Penny, Cap, Dino. Cap is so sneaky under the radar. One of the best tanks in the game. People haven't quite figured it out yet. Or pros, high elo and pros have figured it out. I guarantee you when we go lower with Cap, it's not gonna be that high. Lowest win rates are Thing, Emma, Strange. Honestly, I'm a little surprised at Thing being 43%. I didn't think he was that bad, but yeah, I'm a little surprised at that. But Emma being 48% and 48%, those are not surprising. 48%, 48% are not surprising. You just see him in a lot of games. So being a little under 50-50 makes sense. And Emma and Mag are the two tanks where fill players, if you don't have a tank and someone needs to fill, it's Emma or Mag or Strange. It's those three. So that's why the win rate will be a little bit less because you'll have non-tank players playing Emma. You're not going to have a non-tank player in Celestial and above playing Penny, playing Cap, playing Dino. It's only going to be tank players. But if someone has to fill, they're going to pick one of these three. That's why it always ends up the way it ends up. Let's look at Plat. Plat pick rate. You got Strange, Emma, Mag again. Dino fourth. Lowest is Angela. Yep, look, Cap falls all the way down here. Cap, Vanguard, tank pool. Win rate, you got Penny, Dino, Hulk. Cap's still up there. Fourth, or fifth fourth. Jesus Christ, fourth in plat. I'm a little surprised, but he also has an insanely low pick rate in plat, so I'm not entirely surprised. And then the lowest tank pool is actually the lowest. Mag, Venom, Thing. Again, the Mag thing is a fill thing. If you don't have a tank and they need a fill tank, they're gonna play Magneto. Let's look at silver. You got Dino's pick rate being through the fucking moon. Not surprised in silver because that's where you're playing for the vibes. You're playing fun. You're just having fun, and being a giant fucking dinosaur, I'm sure is very fun. Or I know it's very fun. Is it competitive? Having a server admin dinosaur? No. Is it fun? Yeah. So I'm not surprised. Strange. If we didn't have bans in higher elo, this probably would be the same thing. So Vanguard, Dino, Emma, Penny, and bottom three are Angela, Hulk, Cap. Win rates, Penny, Dino, Angela. That's a surprise that silver can have that high of a win rate on Angela. But lowest are Groot, Venom, tank pool, Groot. So that's PC. Let's look at console. We got DPS High elo pick rate: Bucky, Star Lord, Punisher, Magic, Spidey. Phoenix falls down a little bit. Star Lord falls down a little bit compared to, or not. He's one lower compared to PC. I will say the difference between PC though, like the highest is 9.5. When you get to when you look on, right, he's 13% on console. He falls down a falls down to below 10%. So that's pretty big jump. Um, the reason Bucky is the highest pick rate in Celestial above on console is because his fucking primary is literal trucks. So you're shooting tractor trailers at niggas, and it's hard. It's easy to hit compared to some of the other ones like Phoenix and Ella. But yeah, Bucky, Star Lord, Punisher, Magic, Spidey, and then win rates. We've got Daredevil, Black Cat, Magic, Star Lord, Iron Fist. And then we look at the bottom in pick rate. We got Hawkeye, Torch, Squirrel Girl, Scarlet Witch, Storm. Yeah, I'm not surprised. At least Storm isn't last, but all of these being below Black Widow. Yeah. Win rates. You got lowest win rate, Black Widow, Squirrel Girl, Scarlet Witch, Hawkeye. Not surprised. Not surprised from those at all. Namor being fifth worst, I'm a little surprised. But I'm gonna tell you part of the reason why Namor's win rate is so low. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, the nuance behind it. If you're getting overrun by dive, it used to be that you would go to Bucky. If you're getting overrun by dive, because it would just be a Hail Mary. Namor has become the Hail Mary. Right? We're getting run by dive. There's a good Spider-Man. There's a good Black Cat. Oh, I'm gonna go to Namor to try and shut them down. It doesn't work that way. So normally times it's a reactionary thing, and it's a Hail Mary. So they end up, losing because of that. So that's why the win rate is like that low. But Namor is not fifth worst DPS in the game. I'll tell you that straight up. He is not the fifth worst DPS in the game. Let's go to Plat. Pick rate. We've got Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch. Wow, that's crazy. Niggas do not like to aim it on control. Scarlet Witch, Punisher, Namor, Squirrel Girl. Wow, that is the quintessential not aiming. Like, and lowest pick rates, you got Torch is the lowest, Black Widow, Hawkeye, Storm, DPS pool. Win rates, we got Magic, Daredevil, Storm. Storm being 55% is crazy. Mr. Fantastic, but I guess it's when the number one pick rate is Scarlet Witch, I guess it makes sense. Mr. Fantastic being that's 53%. BP, Black Cat, lowest win rates. You got Black Widow, Hawkeye, Phoenix being third lowest. That's crazy. Elsa being fourth lowest is also kind of crazy. Going on to like silver, pick rate: Moon Knight, Scarlet Witch, Punisher, Squirrel Girl, Namor, Iron Man. Yeah, not surprising. Win rate or lowest pick rates: Black Widow, Torch, Storm, Hawkeye. Win rates: Magic, Mr. Fantastic, Storm, Daredevil. Lowest win rates: Black Widow, Human Torch, Hawkeye. So nothing really surprising. I say the lowest characters, the bottom tier characters are pretty consistent. It's just the pick rate, the higher picked heroes are way different across the ranks in console. Strategist, Celestial and above. Luna falls from on PC. She was 27% on console, and Celestial and above, she's 14%. Which makes sense because she's kind of, it's just the aim thing. It's an aim thing. Invis is the highest at 22. Then you got Rocket, Luna. Bottom is Atom, Ultron, Mantis. Not surprised there. I'm surprised Mantis is below Strat Pool, but other than that, I'm not surprised. Win rates: Rocket, Mantis, Loki, all as always. Bottom win rates: Heal Pool is at the bottom below Cloak and Dagger. I mean, yeah, you're below Cloak and Dagger as opposed to where on PC Cloak and Dagger is the lowest. White Fox being that low is actually a little surprising to me. Let's look at plat, pick rates, Cloak and Dagger, Invis, White Fox. The lowest are War Atom, Mantis, Ultron. Win rates, we've got Ultron, Rocket, Mantis. Ultron is always going to be the number one win rate in these levels because you've got lack of aiming mechanics. Ultron, Rocket, Mantis. The bottom is Heal Pool, Jeff, Gambit. Jeff being that low is a little surprising. But then, like I said about Gambit, his neutral is gutted, and so if you don't get good ults with him, he's gonna be garbage. But obviously, you go up to, even if you go up to GM, he goes up to 49, and then you go to Celestial and above, and he's 51. So it's just a coordination thing. Silver, we got Cloak and Dagger, White Fox, Jeff. Bottom ranks are Adam, Ultron, Loki. Surprised Ultron is that low on silver, I'm gonna be honest. Guess what? His win rate's probably gonna be number one. Yep, 58%. Rocket's 55%. White Fox actually goes up in silver to 53%. Jeff has the lowest win rate. Not a surprise. That's just a character that, a lot of, like you said, a fun people that play to have fun are gonna pick Jeff. Gambit, like I told y'all about the ult, and then Strat Pool are the three lowest. And last but not least, we got our tanks and console. Celestial and above pick rate. We got Strange, Emma, Mag, Dino. And the bottom is Angela, Deadpool, Penny. So pretty consistent with PC. Win rates got Penny, Dino, Cap, Hulk. Whereas the bottom is Thing, although it's 47 as opposed to 43. So it's a little bit more, this is a little bit more condensed, a lot less range. But 47, Deadpool being one of the lowest, and then Mag, Emma. We've got Strange, Dino, Emma, Mag. And then on the bottom, we've got Angela, Cap, Deadpool. Win rates, we got Penny, Dino, Hulk. You got Penny, Dino, Hulk, Thing. It's crazy how Thing goes up so much higher in plat. And then on the lowest, you got Tank Pool, Venom, Mag. A common theme I've seen is Venom doesn't get as much value in lower elo, but he does take a good bit of coordination, so I'm not surprised. Pick rate in silver, just like on PC, Dino is number one. Dino, Penny, Strange. Lowest are Angela, Cap, Group. And then win rates, you got Penny, Dino, Thor. And then bottom are Venom, Deadpool, Groot. So pretty consistent. The tanks are pretty consistent across PC and console. The biggest variation is really DPS and then Luna. But yeah, that's the balance patch and the hero hot list for Marvel Rivals Season 8.5. From a balancing perspective, obviously aside from fucking Gambit ult, I think Xiong had, I think it was a good balance. This is the type of balance patch. Nerfs. They're finally not scared to fucking nerf characters. Most of the changes on that balance patch were nerfs. That is what we needed, bro. We did not need another balance patch where everybody gets buffs. We got a bunch of nerfs, bro. That is perfect. We needed a bunch of fucking nerfs. Good shit. Other than that Gambit nerf that did fucking nothing. But yeah, that's all for that, man. And I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Y'all boys have a good one.